is their lane. I'm not totally sure. I guess it's Luna Phoenix. But either way, like their side lanes are really strong on Tickles. Like if they can go there and then later on make sure to protect this Necro, honestly, I think they have a very, very playable and very competitive draft here.
Yeah, I mean, they're also very good at defending any stacks they make. These heroes pretty good at just sitting on top of high grounds, waiting for Liquid to make a move, then counteracting with this Centaur, this Pugna. Defend the Luna when she's farming. So far, gathering up mid, 4 heroes, trying to protect that mid lane for the Necro, make sure they spot any wards coming through. And 2 Radiant Observer wards pretty quickly spread out on the map, but I believe it was Boxy on that Weaver who got very deep and is already lurking down near that bottom tier 1. Is he hunting? He's hunting for high ground ward, right? Yeah, he's like moving into the trees, into that aggro range.
Yeah, it's like this little play you can do right now. I don't even think you need to cut a tree. Like, yeah, you just walk there. Tower hits you. It's like, haha, they have a ward. Which is honestly a pretty nice trick. Like, everyone should do that. The first time I saw it, I was like, yeah, that makes so much sense.
It's like, as a 5, I just never put a high ground ward up on that Spire anymore because they're just immediately dewarded.
Yeah, it's like the most basic ward, I think, until people learn. Okay, Boxy might try for some steal, as, I mean, they have no stuns here, so... I mean, Liquid are very aggressive on these bounty runes.
Yeah, 2 heroes up top, 2 heroes down bottom. Boxy does snipe one of them down there, so 3 for Liquid to start things off. I wonder what forces... he's got some asterisks there, 5 stars. I wonder if he's put them there himself or he's been censored.
Wait, where does he have that?
At the end of his name?
For me, it says Nika, which is probably his girlfriend or something.
I'd assume so.
But maybe Dota did some safety check, you know.
Yeah, that's not acceptable. Be on the safe side. Oh, Nisha missing a couple of assets on the tower.
Yeah, CS on the tower. I mean, he definitely just woke up. You know, it's but it's like if first wave, first minute type stuff. Let's see if Lorenov can do him dirty. It is at least definitely a suppose like a Necro favorite matchup. So we'll see if Nisha's gonna have to wake up a little bit.
Yeah, first game, first series. Let's get into the groove early on. Up at top, Mickey has taken quite a bit of damage out of this.
Also missing a CS. I'm also gonna call him out for waking up late here.
It's unlucky. He'll get there though. Yeah, looks like so far Radiant doing very well for themselves, and Force is going to be able to drag that creep wave all the way back closer to his tier 1.
I mean, them getting like potentially like when they get their level 2 timing up top, that's when the CK Grim get really dirty. Whereas down bottom, I think it's going to be a lot on Boxy. He's going to do some courier sniping with this dirty ward that he did place.
That's 2 couriers.
Oh, that's
now,
the
right?
second
the Phoenix
courier.
One, the Luna's courier. Sad times for the Radiant. They're doing so well.
Because I think a lot of these small things you need to do right in these lanes. It looks like a lot of the times what the fours need to do right now is, if you can't trade well, you just block the easy camp. And then like you try to do whatever annoying stuff you can, and I think Boxy's doing exactly that as in mid lane. Well, Nisha will be getting his bottle very soon. And gold off.
Eventually. Go on, kill the creep. There we go. It's just so nasty against this Necro who is consistently pressuring you and hitting you. Reminds me of those old like Death Prophet matchups where she's just right-clicking and spamming Crypt Swarm over. Oh god! That Centaur gets blown up there. Mickey and Insane just press forward and take him down. He did help out a little bit with that double edge. That's an important kill though for Liquid up top.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe because like you can't really go the crap in this lane. Like it sounds cool against CK, but there's still a lot of like magic damage up here, so you do have the ward. But then that kind of means that Pugna is very strong when it comes to trading and playing long range, but whenever they full commit as CK Grim, which is what this lane is made for, use your spells, fully commit and kill someone, the Pugna doesn't do all that much in that case.
Hey, he's kind of just wandering around figuring out what to do. And down bottom, a bit of regen sharing. Boxy hands over Tango, salves himself up. Get himself back into that aggressive position where, yeah, Observer's putting out, he can see another courier coming.
Boxy, are you watching? I think Boxy woke up very early this morning. He's doing everything right. Ready. He's got 2 salves, one for himself, or I mean both for himself, giving some more tangles to 3-3. He's blocking this camp. Uh-oh, Olnit, don't do it.
Ooh, the courier, no, not... Oh, is it gonna... No, Boxy's found it. Another
Honestly,
curious
this
knife.
matters
Can't
so
get the
much.
second one though.
Like, their lane is supposed to do well early, and the timing of for you to shut down Beastmaster is like the first 3 minutes. And this timing has already passed. Like, not only is he destroying their items, he's giving his entire team more gold with these courier kills.
Yeah, I mean, how much is it? It's 30 each, times 5, times 3 is 450?
Yeah, I feel like at this point he's given everyone like, what, 150 gold with couriers or something? It's pretty good.
That's wild.
Yeah, he's
Extra
got
salve?
the Helm of Iron Will already on the Beast. So like 3-3's game has been completely secured now, which is great. Which will then in return, so first Boxy helps his offlaner, which then allows 3-3 to stay solo, and then like it will help Boxy's game too, because it's going to allow him to move earlier. So I really, really love how they're playing this lane.
Up the top, again, aggression from Mickey and Insania getting on top of the Centaur with the ink swell and the damage coming out of this. CK takes out Force. Mickey realizing he's very likely dead. Gives his life to Narman, who tries to take out Insania, but will have to give up on that one in the end.
Okay, I mean, they traded one for... I think trading against a CK Grim lane, with no matter what lane you're playing, that's a win for you. That's very nicely done by Team Tickles there.
Korea? Boxy? Oh, he sees the Phoenix. Those easy birdies, chickens to slaughter everywhere he looks on the map. He's going to go and snipe out a bit of this pull instead. Yeah, just back to your point around that bottom lane and Boxy's play, just shows that quite often we get trapped in this binary of Dota 2 of like you play defensively or you play offensively, right? But Boxy's playing this kind of middle ground where they're not pressuring the Luna, but they're gaining a lot for themselves. They're not defensive, they're not offensive, but they're finding these little middle ground bits to weasel around in.
Yeah, it's like a super nice like back and forth. And I think like now Boxy also has like this type of freedom, I guess, to try and move. I do like this ward from Ducalis to see... Because he knows, okay, eventually this Weaver, he's going to want to move. So you put a ward on this gate to see, because if this Weaver comes top, there's no way the Centaur lives. Like, they're going to end up just massively feeding against the CK Grim Weaver trio.
In terms of item builds coming through, Beastmaster going for this Helm, pretty normal stuff. We were expecting Boxy to go for Spirit Vessel, you mentioned, against the Necro.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I guess you can maybe just go Solar and like play on some tempo with that, but I feel like one of them is going to have to go Vessel. Looks like Nisha may have it queued up. Nice try, he nearly high grounded him.
Insane.
Oh, but straight into a double stack, hello.
Oh, howdy.
Okay, so it looks like Nisha has the Vessel queued up. Maybe they want it on him because he will have it faster and it's just like gonna be his main point. So I would be very happy with that too. So then Boxy again, he just gets to... He can build whatever he wants. Then I think the Solar is also pretty strong.
Yeah, pretty free for him to make a choice. The reason I was asking about item builds, everyone else doing pretty normal stuff. Necro has bots queued up first item. Is that something you like to see from Lauren off here? Just play active across the map?
Yeah, also I would say the most standard build right now, like you just get your early laning items, some stick, magic wand, maybe one bracer. I think Quinn is like the one that really brought this build back. You like this travels and then you go straight into the Heart of Tarask, or if you really have to, you get a Yules after the travels and then you go the Heart. It seems like the best build. This hero scaling is absurd.
You just get so tanky.
Ah yeah, of course they have stacks. It's a 3-3 playing Beastmaster.
And Boxy, playing a hero that can be in multiple places at the same time, basically.
Yeah.
So Shikuchi forward, kill a courier, Shikuchi back, stack some camps.
I think any lane, any offlane dual lane that 3-3 is a part of, they're like the most efficient. Whereas Force on the Centaur, he has a 1-1-3 build. Honestly, I don't mind it. I actually think it's pretty good. It's hard for him to continue laning up there. Like if he lanes top, he can get easily rotated on by Earthspear, but also Weaver. So you go this Retaliate, allows you to like fall back, farm the camps, and kind of keep your game secured. I like that choice.
Your two cores have dipped into the jungle, though. Do you like this from Team Tickles, where they've kind of given up on the side lanes, it feels like?
The top one, yeah. I don't know about the Luna one. I guess he just feels scared because they can come over at any point. As Liquid go for the double gate and instantly D-ward, so nice move. Yeah, I think only he wants to bounce more like back and forth, you know? I don't think he wants to perma jungle. Because also, when you have a mid-hero with Boots of Travel, you want to be in this tower so you can rotate over. As there's, that's just a freebie. Hello.
Yeah, super free. I mean, they'd already like forced the dive earlier on with Boxy. That rotation through the gate, you said. It's also this kind of knock-on effect where Centaur's left the lane top, no one's showing there, Pugna was sitting mid, so top's completely free, meaning Liquid kind of has to rotate bot to get pressure on tier 1 and maybe a kill. So maybe that's why the Luna's thinking, I don't want to show in lane, because it's almost guaranteed the Liquid are moving.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it's good that he's not like the first contact. Like you don't want to be the first point of contact. You want your Phoenix to kind of take it. As long as they don't lose the tower and he gets to move back there and like kind of hold, I think that's very good. But yeah, I think Liquid they're slowly building like a lot of pressure. Very good D ward though from Ducalis. Like when you're about to pressure this tier 1 as Liquid, you always want like this deeper ward to then see the carry. And Ducalis, I guess he just gets to chill here for a little more. Or maybe
until
not.
The rest of Liquid come.
Back.
And we still haven't seen this Earth Spirit move either. And Nisha has very often been super active from this mid lane Earth Spirit, but he's just sat mid, trying to get the most out of his lane, don't give Necro a completely free time, and probably hasn't felt the need to move just yet. As both these side lanes go pretty well for Liquid. A very mild kill and net worth lead so far. But the dive down bottom should secure a kill on his Phoenix yet again, and convert this into a tier 1.
Yeah, this just seems like an easy one. You pop through the gate, you get the kill, help your Beastmaster, and then... Yeah, I think they can just go back to top. Like, if you get to take the enemy safe lane tower, even if you don't get to hold your own forever, the longer Liquid now get to hold and delay this top tower, it gives them like a really, really nice grasp on this map.
Yeah, just don't give them any freedom. Because then you're really hemming this Luna into the triangle area, that high ground plateau with the Ancients. You know that's where she's going to be. Because Mickey's taking that southern side of the map, or the outer ring of camps. 3-3 is in that bottom jungle proper, just taking stacks and gathering up Hellbears and all the good stuff with his new Helm of the Dominator. Tons of farm being gathered up here from Liquid, and it starts off with this mild lead. But this is the point now, 10 minutes in, where it starts accelerating, right? We're going to have the next 5 minutes really transfer into like a 5k lead, 6k, very quickly. And then you imagine if they steal some stacks as well.
Yeah, this is going to then depend on how's Nisha's game going. Like, he's got the urn. He's getting close to the vessel by the looks of it. So he's like 400 gold off. So if they can get him an urn charge before, or then like smoke out right away when he has the vessel, I think that's what they're going to have to play for. But I must say that Tickles are... Like, Liquid are doing a lot of things right, but so are they. Honestly, they're holding on pretty well. They have a lot of stacks up top. Looks like Lorinov, he knows. He's also queuing up the Yules. He kind of, just to, keep himself free from, like, this Vessel combo. So unless they, like, roar him and get, like, all these follow-up stuns on him, like, if there's some Pugna Phoenix around him, I think this Necro has pop-off potential in this game.
Yeah, I mean, who's died on this Radiant side so far? It's like just supports, right?
Just a
I guess
Phoenix.
Centaur and Phoenix.
Okay,
Yeah,
Centaur.
and Phoenix have died.
But those were like early deaths. Like when you die very early as an offlaner, like he hasn't really died at like the last 7 minutes. So I think his game is totally chill.
Yeah. Just a few little crumbs. Because there hasn't really been a meeting here, right? There's no entertaining of team fights. Tickles are getting to their key items, they're farming, making sure they hit this kind of critical mass with the Necro and the Luna as quickly as they possibly can, and then they'll start thinking about fighting properly.
People are just trying to like get their items, right? It's the Vessel on the Earth Spirit, it's like the Helm of Dom / Overlord on 3-3, Mickey with the Armlet, Force with his Vanguard, as he's heavily getting gone on.
Yeah, a lot of minus armor, but they've spent all their stuns, right? So Wise TP gets him back to Fountain.
This is one of the things that Centaur hates, actually, is like overwhelming physical damage. As Olnit, very nice scan. I don't know if he saw their smoke. I didn't quite catch it, but either way, nice read and good scan.
Yeah, one way or another feels it coming.
I mean, if they can keep this urn / Vessel on 0 charges right now on Nisha, that is a very, very big deal. They will need a charge on them.
Yeah, they need kills, or they need Earth Spirit to go die. Get one of them boxy. No time-lapse use. Shikuchi was on cooldown, so just falls there. As Liquid, I mean, they pressed into that Ancients area, had to retreat, finding no real targets. And now we're looking at a situation where, Phoenix is at level 6, we've got some ultis ready, Stampede is ready. So if you do start going for these heroes that are out there farming, they've got the abilities to slip away.
I mean, I would say that Tickles are doing very well on the map. This is actually, even though there's not much happening, both teams are using their heroes like very, very well on the map. The fact that Ducalis is sitting bottom, getting to push out the map, getting everything, I think there's also very few offlaners that would be top net worth on Beastmaster at this point, but because 3-3 is stacking and like farming everything, he's kind of got that going. And with him having this timing on the Dominator, like on the Overlord, I think they could look to even like take a pretty early Roche. Like it's gonna help them like take Roche, maybe then go mid tier 1. Because it's gonna be like a battle of timings. Whichever team gets to use their timings better, I think they'll get to like push this game forward a little more.
Yeah, Liquid, they can be pretty quick off the mark here. Mickey's being, I don't know, eyed up by Fox and Narman.
Yeah.
They've got Phoenix coming in. Oh, that's a lot of damage from Sunray, the Stampede over. But Mickey, tanky fella with this armlet to toggle as well, backs up behind the tier 2. Now the Soulbind, a roll and an Inkswell, they'll catch up to Force. Not sure if they have the damage to keep on going this. With Nisha
look like
having to retreat there, they just have to give up. So poking and prodding from both teams ends up with nobody dying. And then they look at the map thinking, hey, there's farms to be gathered. Let's back up to hit some creeps.
Nisha still, he doesn't have a vessel charge. Honestly, this is the type where just roll into the mid tier 1 and die. You know, get that charge. If you were a support Nature's Prophet, I would do it. Obviously, as a mid, I think this is kind of a Kappa play. You can't just go suicide to get it, but yeah. No, it's very high level stuff happening from both teams. Like if you just look at like the top 4 cores, they're all giga fat. Like their GPMs are off the charts.
Yeah, it's like a lesser team, you know, you're up against Liquid, you see this Beastmaster farming, the CK being annoying, Weaver sniping all the couriers. So easy to panic and think, hey, we've got to fight, we've got to go and do something drastic, make things happen. Yeah, very, very calm and considered play here so far from Tickles. Liquid again up top, just trying to roll in and make things happen. Insania does get caught with the Yule Scepter out from Loranov. Looks like Grimstroke should eventually die as he gets chased down through the trees.
Yeah, scythe his ass. Like
there we go.
I mean, nowadays, I like the change they did where later, like with the new Aghanims and the hard build you go on Necro, you kind of are incentivized to build up these scythe stacks for more regen because it will turn into more damage later, so you don't just always feel like, oh, I can't scythe the support. Nah, man, just scythe them, get them out of here, get yourself stronger for later. Liquid did get to take this bottom tier 2, so naturally it's going to make it easier for them to walk over to this mid tier 1. And then I think Team Tickles, they're going to have to talk about this Roshan. Liquid will aim towards it within like the next 2 to 3 minutes. And it's going to be up to them right now to decide if they will want to fight then or not.
Yeah, you see the steamroller coming towards you. You've got some choices to make. 3-3 is just picking targets all across the map.
Also looking bottom.
Yeah, Phoenix disappears.
It's very, very nice move. Like you just hit it. They're just hitting mid like very disciplined. They're only showing the creeps. They don't see a single hero. You probably expect them to be here, but they just wrap through, place an aggressive ward, catch to Kala's bottom. So they're pushing mid, they're keeping bottom pushing and getting a kill. And this is where the snowball can really happen, which is why the next 2 minutes for Team Tickles to stabilize this game, they're gonna have to make some right choices.
Yeah, just put the green down on the creeps, heal them up. And it's long migration as well, up towards top. Not playing into any vision here, but they might come in contact with Narma. Insania walk into force, Soulbind's out. Roll in from Nisha, looking to kill off the Centaur as quickly as they can. The roar is there, Luna stuck in the mud. Nisha dropping low to the Eclipse, but still survives and rolls away, so it's Radiant who lose 2. Let's see if they can find any additional targets, as it looks like Tickles wanting to turn around and fight this with a backup of the Sunray and that potential supernova. Liquid respecting this 3-man and not going deeper.
It looks like they might just want to try to turn it into Roche. It's not too easy right now for Tickles to fight. There's no blink on the Centaur. And whoever goes up front, even though you have a tanky Centaur, you have a tanky Necro, if they get stun locked, I think there's too much damage coming out from Liquid and too many stuns, but perhaps they want to straight up contest it again.
Well, they do scan it. It turns red. They know that someone's in there or around there. Tickles have got to move quickly because Roshan falls pretty fast against this Liquid side. Yeah. About 500 HP. Roshan about to fall. Forces in. The Aegis picked up by Nisha. Lauren off into the Ghost Shroud. McKay, he's low on HP. There's no sight coming right. He's now arriving. McKay falls. Egg taken out as Moxie focuses that down. And Nisha in the midst of it with a 2-man Inkswell connecting on the Narman and Force. But it's the Radiant picking up these big kills. Aegis down. 3 heroes gone on Liquid side. It looks like the Earth Spirit is surrounded. Not really a good chance to get out of here. He'll try and line up the roll for the Yule Scepter. Well timed by this Necro. Sets up for the stomp, but a triple kill. Lorinov there, picking up the big ones.
Honestly, that is like huge. Like, sure, they get the Aegis, but you instantly take it out. And injecting yourself with gold and XP against this like Liquid tempo right now, it's gonna make it so much easier for them in like the next fight to once again stand their ground. Like now Necro's getting closer to his Reaver. I assume that Force is getting closer to his Blink. Like he might even get to squeeze that in before the next fight. Olnit, he's got the Shard. He's gonna work on his BKB. So honest, that was a really nice choice by Tickles to contest that, and with how they did it as well.
Yeah, because we were talking about this ramp up from Liquid where it's going to start, accelerating exponentially, getting bigger and bigger, but you flatten that curve. You made sure that there's this plateau out now. 2k lead for Liquid feels like it's not that much of a difference 20 minutes in. And you're still looking at, Luna and Necro, who are, it feels like untouched, unkilled, getting bigger and bigger.
Okay, because I must say, like, once these heroes drop apart or like over this threshold where it's easy for Liquid to kill them, like both the Luna and Necro, like let's say this hard, the hard on a Necro and then the BKB into the butterfly buildup on Luna. If there's one more fight won on Tickles, that is a big problem for Liquid if it does get there.
Man, Nisha still having a very, very quiet game. It's been so difficult for him. Usually Nisha's the one outplaying people, ganking, roaming. But it's been very, very difficult for him to actually get on to a target, stick on them, and get the damage out.
Force.
We're
looking.
Boxy with 3-3. Chipping away at him. A little bit irritating.
Okay. I do also like the skill build on Ducalis. I feel like this was something that we used to see a lot from like the Chinese region. They would max the Sunray first. And I think in this game, it is all about the Sunray. Like, just think about the meta. Everyone is tanky. You want to deal damage to the tanky dudes in the front, but you also want to heal like your Centaur that's like tanking through, same with your Necro. So I really like the skill build. It might look minor, that is just one skill point difference, but it actually matters a lot.
Yeah, oh for sure. I mean, especially we talked about, in the draft, these very tanky heroes on Liquid. Can be difficult to bring down. And also just buying Shard. It'd be so easy to fall into this trap of, hey, we've got Tormentor, I can get a free Shard. Nope. On heroes like Undying and Phoenix, you buy that as soon as you can.
Yeah. Boxy is going Aghanims. So, yeah, a little Tormentor trick. You let the Boxy use some minus armor, and then your CK2 slaps it. It's pretty nice. Okay, so you get the Ags, which I could see some pretty cool plays coming out. You can save from the Scythe. There's also a lot of... The way Tickles draft works is that they need to Centaur Stomp and then like try to blow one guy up. So that actually does a lot for that. You could also do some stuff where Nisha rolls in, maybe baits a BKB, and you time-lapse him like straight back out. I know the cast range isn't incredible, but I think it's a very cool adaptation from Boxy here.
It's like the old school build, right?
Exactly,
Old support Weaver.
Oh, it used to be so... It used to be giga broken. It had like cast range of your entire screen. I remember seeing that the first time. I was like, yeah, this is not okay.
What is it now? It's like 500 now or something? Like they halved the range or even...
Yeah, I think it's 500.
500 cast range, yeah. That used to be pretty nutty. But that's, Aghanim Scepter 22 minutes in.
He's very farmed.
He's got it.
He is 1k gold behind Nisha, so... I mean, it says how well he's doing and how much of a quiet game, as you said, Nisha's having. But either way, Ag's very, very powerful.
Nisha getting caught down bottom. Oh, he rolled himself out of that. I don't know what happened. We had a Yule Scepter up on Lorinov. I don't know if he clicked it on himself by accident. I couldn't catch up to this Earth Spirit either way.
Could also be something weird where once he starts like this rolling and right at this invulnerability state that you Yule him but it doesn't do anything. I feel like that's happened to me. I could be wrong. Or maybe Lorinov just cringed and clicked it on himself. That's also happened to me. It happens. Sometimes unlucky.
Sometimes unlucky. Oh, here we go. Some big items coinciding for Team Tickles. Blink on Centaur, BKB Luna. They should be ready to kind of meet Team Liquid when they come looking for fights. Because it still feels like Liquid are the ones, like the onus is on them to pressure the map, take tier 2s, be aggressive out on this Radiant side of the river. And Team Tickles just kind of waiting to see what comes their way. Not too bothered about pressing forward themselves. Like Tickles want a turnaround play. They don't want to be the ones jumping, right? They want to wait for the turnaround.
Yeah, they're pretty happy just getting to farm, like, because the way Liquid's draft works is that they also, I feel like I would say eventually the damage is kind of slow. So if you as Tickles get to like have this HP pool where they don't get to kill you over like these 5-6 seconds, you're super happy. Like, you enjoy long team fights on both Luna and Necro. You just keep healing through, get those glaives going on. Looks like they might want to look for a smoke, perhaps expecting Liquid to be slightly out of position.
Yeah, I mean, if you know what the MO of Liquid is, pressure towers, push forward, then you know you can get
Double stun.
Beautifully done on the Boxy and 3-3. Even though the counter down with the randomness raised, but the Reaper's side, they run off Boxy now, 3-3 in trouble, and a great supernova placement. Beautifully placed there with the Sun Ray to come out to Mickey, forcing that BKB TP, and he should be able to get out successfully. Off we go. Liquid, one casualty. Radiant spending all their ultimates. Definitely a signal, though, that Liquid don't get any free terrain on this map. Every inch is being fought for. 300 gold, 253. Oh, yeah.
That's pretty nice. That was a great jump. You just find the double on the Weaver. It looked like they were nearly living because of this pipe that 3-3 does have. But once you get that jump, I think that fight is just gone. Like, Luna just goes ham. Top damage, even though there was, like, an entire pipe eating up your Eclipse. Yeah, it's quite a lot.
Another jump mid.
Shot mid.
Half HP Nisha, but they turn on force with a lot of damage. Centaur down. Now all being
there's no
slowed
BKB,
down.
I
This is interesting situation for Tickles. They thought they had it. They thought they'd turn this one around, but 3 in a row, and Liquid come back fighting. Real hard. Nisha. Oh, hello. Rolls forward, nearly counters Narman. Wearing off along with this
He's not done yet.
Dived on the tier 4s. Nisha's bloody hungry, you know? He's starving. Famished. Hasn't had anything to eat for 30 minutes. Looking at this Pugger and his Necro, 2 undead beasties. Not much flesh on their bones, but he still wants them.
I think there's -1 Rax, if I'm not mistaken. There
like
will
it.
be one more glyph. Let's see. He does not dare to step up on Necro. I guess there's the roar. Too much stuff coming in. Let's see if they can hold.
A roar, a rift, bit of retribution from Liquid. It's like so quickly, right? This game looks good for Team Tickles with one team fight, and then Liquid come back and show how quickly they can push into buildings. And Mickey
good
with that
BKB by Mickey.
Timing through the Centaur stomp. Laurenov, he stepped up and died. Gone without buyback. Hang on.
Oh shit, the Rax
Another
2
lane
gone.
barracks. -2.
And so that's gonna be double lane of Rax, 15k gold, and they can set up the next Roshan.
Incredible.
Yeah, you can hold that. This when you drop a kill next to your base against a top network Beastmaster with like every aura in the game, your buildings die pretty fast.
They do. But there's that problem, like we were just talking about it, right? It was a little surprising to see Tickles go for that smoke wraparound, and it perfectly worked, paid off beautifully, but then they go for the move where they're the aggressors in the mid lane, right? They're setting up, they want to be the first movers, and Liquid showed them why they shouldn't do that.
Yeah, like if Liquid are, you need to catch him off guard, right? Because there's going to be this ink swell, heals him up, you pop the guy out of whatever the stuff he's in, you free him up, and that was just too deep. And this one little mistake is not so little after all, because it turned into mid-racks, and another small mistake turned into the bot racks, and now game is a little hard. They're going to have to take the second Roche fight and try to do something like they did earlier. Ducalis got off a great ward. While they were taking racks, he TP bottom, gated through top, and has this great ward on the twin gates.
Real nice. And they see Insania. Glimmer Cape back to trees, but Force, he's got his number. Straight onto the Grimstroke. Let's see what they can do with the Soulbind, though. Luna and Centaur caught up in it. In comes Nisha as well with his BKB and Magnetize. That Supernova Sunray causing problems, though, but Luna's already dead. Insania healed back up through the Reaper's sides with a Glimmer and the saves. And now Nisha, free reign. He can roll back in, keep the Magnetize going. Mickey, nothing to stop the CK now. As Team Liquid have a firm grasp on game 1. Looked a little shaky early on, but Team Tickles, a few little mistakes, and they are crumbling.
They got outplayed in that fight. So first there was Insania's Glimmer saving him. I think then there was a pipe on him. Boxy sent him back once with the time lapse, and when he got scythed at the very end, I think Boxy must have had like a greater healing Lotus, healing him for like 900. Yeah. So the scythe just didn't do shit. Like it literally didn't do anything. Because they use
Yeah, I mean,
so much. It was like Egg, Stampede, Initiation, Scythe on Grimstroke, and he still lives.
Just despair and pain for Tickles. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, really. Like that's it. What do you do?
Yeah, you have one last fight. Like, you need to cook up something now. And now it's hard. They did great, but now the last, like, 1, 2, 3 little skirmishes, they did not go their way at all.
And just wait for Liquid to come high ground with the Beastmaster army? Doesn't sound...
Yeah.
Doesn't sound great.
Seems like the only play. Like, you try to set up some good wards again. Ducalis is trying to do it. He has one ward now on the left-hand side, which seems like it will see a little bit of the back line. But for Liquid, I think they can just like slowly push this high ground. You don't really need to commit unless someone comes out of position. And eventually you will have to do something on Tickles.
Oh yeah, last fight, I'm not gonna lie, but Luna disappeared. Like, I didn't see her enter or leave the team fight, but I saw on the left side of my screen that Luna has been killed.
Yeah. They've got a lot of tools now, from just Roar or like Mickey's overwhelming damage. I think the Butterfly never got completed yet by Olnit. Yeah, like those deaths and the plays really set him back. Like, there was definitely a realm where if they back off after winning the mid fight, they farm Fly and then they farm again, that he would be a-okay. But no, they quit, they punish you. I kind of like this play. They back off, they don't want to push top anymore, and now they're hoping that someone goes bottom. If they don't find anyone, it means the Tickles are stuck in their base. So either way, you're winning on this move. Because you're killing the dude that's leaving the base, or you know they're all stuck in base.
Yeah, it's either you get a kill and you stranglehold, or you stranglehold, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Push all 3 lanes in, cut the wave. What was it, a couple of illusions in top from the CK. Scouting, seeing what's going on in that mid lane.
I like watching good Dota. Liquid are playing... I think Tickles held their ground super well, but in the last like 10 minutes, Liquid are just doing very good stuff. Olnit, clean poke for now.
Clean. And there's always little moves, right, where the team fight starts and it's that like frame perfect BKB from the CK, or it's the Glimmer Cape and the Lotus from that Weaver to save the Grimstroke. All the little details Liquid are doing really, really perfectly. Now Team Tickles are stuck in their base.
Trying to think for Tickles. I don't think you have many moves. Like, at this point, you can try to fight this with buybacks when they will come eventually to push. Or you go for a smoke around and like try to get on the back lines, try to kill maybe the Weaver Grim, like try to find him with like a Centaur jump, but I think that's about it. You don't have that many options right now.
Here comes Mickey. Sees the Luna. Oh dear, Luna in trouble. Sunray trying to top her up, but Luna's already gone. Nama now going to get sliced down as well. This is a Luna without buyback. 70 seconds without her. So that's the full set. Up at top, forfeit now. Ducalis going to dive and egg and try and get in there with a Centaur stomp, but that's just game over. One last ditch effort to try. GG called. And Team Liquid will take game 1. It wasn't super easy though.
Yeah, it really. I was impressed with, I would say, Tickles like early and mid game. I think their lanes were good, their post laning stage was good, their mid game was good. They have Roshan contest as well, but then this one little overplay in mid, you cannot afford to do that against a beast draft and not Liquid. Like, it just blew the game open. Like, they just lost on that play.